Hi folks, Bob Main from the Handgun World podcast. Please be sure to check out my podcast. You can download it in audio form at handgunworld.com, or you can go to iTunes and search Handgun World Podcast. Also, if you use Stitcher Radio, you can find it under Handgun World Podcast. It usually comes out every Sunday, once a week, for download. I have a question for you. What's in your pocket? In today's world, we need to be prepared. And one of the reasons I wanted to make this video, it's been just about 4 or 5 days now, at the time that I'm recording this, since the tragic shooting at the theater in Aurora, Colorado. How prepared are you? A lot of people think that they can't carry with them the equipment that they need to be prepared. So I wanted to make this video first to talk about pocket carrying. Not just a gun, although I'm going to show you my system for doing that, but general items that you need to be prepared and carrying them in your pocket. Now for ladies, this is obviously going to work a little bit different. So I gotta be upfront here and tell you that this is mainly directed at the guys out there and what you can carry. As you can see, I'm dressed in a business casual attire, but I've got some pretty good basic preparedness items on my person, and I make a lot of business calls this way. My company allows me to dress business casual. I'm in sales, so I can make a lot of calls this way, dressed the way that I'm dressed. What I'm going to talk to you about here in this video is what I think are the bare essentials for carrying in your pocket. You need to have these from a preparedness standpoint. I'll stand up and I'll show you and let you take a look. Let me just adjust the camera real quickly. Okay, first of all, I can get away with dressing business casual like this. I have a camp shirt on and with a straight tail. It works very well with me. Typically, I wear business slacks like this. And by the way, this is a gun belt. Even though it might not look like a gun belt, this is a Concealment Solutions Python gun belt. Check them out at concealmentsolutions.com. It's an excellent gun belt, and it looks just fine for business casual. But what's in your pocket? Well, first of all, let's talk about what's in my right hip pocket. My Car P380 handgun. Now, as you can see, first thing I want to do real quickly is I want to demonstrate that this is a safe and clear weapon. As you can see, there's nothing in the chamber, and let's get this magazine out of here and show you that there's no magazine in the gun. The magazine is empty. It's a safe and clear weapon. Now that we've got that out of the way, I'm going to talk about this pocket holster in a minute, but it drops right in my pocket and it does not print. You can't even tell. One of the keys here is to have pleated pants. Pleated pants tend to hide the outline of anything that's in your pocket anyway. This gun basically just looks like a huge wallet. Samuel Williams, 71 years old, used a pistol like this recently at the Internet Cafe in Jacksonville, Florida, to dispatch 2 guys that were trying to rob the place. At bare minimum, have a pistol in your pocket. Okay? It's not that difficult to be carrying. Another essential that I believe in carrying, that I typically carry in my back pocket over here, is a real good flashlight. Okay? You've got to have a good flashlight, folks. This is a 5.11 tactical flashlight. It's the L2 model. I really like this. First of all, it's got a crenulated bezel, but it's not all that nasty, but it's nasty enough. If I've got to strike somebody with this, it's going to hurt. You know what the other great thing about flashlights are, or is? I can see in the dark. And that's one of the things that's so important. It's also got a nice momentary switch, so I can just, if I need momentary light, I can just hit it real quickly and I can get momentary light, or I can keep it on all the time. I can also put it in strobe like that, or I can make it solid. So I really like having a good functional flashlight. I got this for about $80. Okay? And it's a great utility flashlight. It helps you see in the dark. But if you're trained to use a flashlight, it's an excellent impact weapon. You should always have a flashlight in your pocket. The other that I keep in my other back pocket is a Benchmade Griptilian, a Mel Pardue version. The thing I like about the Benchmade Griptilian, it's a good quality knife, easy one-hand opening, easy one-hand opening like that, easy one-handed closing, open, close. Make sure you practice that, but it's easy. I just pull back right here on this lock button. You can also use the thumb stud. Pretty easy to use the thumb stud and get the knife open. Pretty easy to close it one-handed. I can close it this way, or what I can do is I can partially close it like that, and then I can close the rest of the way with my thumb. But I really like the Benchmade Griptilian. I think these are fine knives. I think they're worth every dollar. D2 tool steel with this knife. Can't say enough good things about it. Carries very easily right here in my back pocket. In the other pocket, I highly recommend having a spare magazine for your pistol. Okay? The spare magazine for the pistol, and by the way, the thing I want to show you about this pistol, before I made this video, I was carrying my Car PM9 inside the waistband. Okay? And I'm on the road right now on a business trip. So this is the spare magazine for my Car PM9. But I really like the DeSantis Mag Packer. And it makes it real easy to carry a magazine in your pocket using this DeSantis Mag Packer. The same company that makes the DeSantis Nemesis. Magazine just drops right in there. It fits in your pocket just like that. It hides well. When I reach in to grab the magazine, only the magazine comes out. The Mag Packer stays inside the pocket. Real easy to have all this stuff in your pocket. So now I can have a pocket pistol and I can have an extra magazine. Pocket pistol and a spare magazine. Very important. In case something goes wrong with my magazine and I have a malfunction, or in case I happen to be in a theater watching Batman and a thug comes in the theater, decides he's going to shoot up the place, and I need more ammo. Ideally, I want to have more than a pocket pistol. But sometimes that's all I can get away with. Ideally, I want to have my Glock 19 or a Glock 17 or my Glock 30 slim frame, which is 10 rounds of 45 with an extra magazine in the DeSantis Mag Packer. So gang, it's not that difficult to have essentials in your pocket that you need for preparedness and personal protection. It's not too hard. Now, you might be wondering, well, where's your most important item in your pocket? Cell phone. Obviously, I can have a good cell phone in my pocket as well. All these items, gang, I can keep in my pocket, and it's not that hard to be prepared. The key is having a pretty good untucked shirt, like I have with this type of a style. It's very important from a concealment standpoint, and also to be able to access these items. To be able to have a shirt like this that I can untuck. It looks decent if I keep them pressed, but you see how a loose-fitting shirt like this, and you can do this with a golf shirt, or a polo shirt, or whatever. Even if I tuck in, if I tuck in, you're still going to see my knife, and you're still going to see my flashlight. But with a pocket pistol, you're not going to be able to tell that that's a pistol, and you're not going to be able to see my spare magazine over here in this pocket. Obviously, a shirt like this would enable you to carry inside the waist, either at strong side or appendix carry, pretty easily. So, folks, there's no reason that you can't be prepared. One of the things about concealed carry is I think it takes a certain level of dedication. I think you have to decide that you're no longer going to be a victim and that you're no longer going to be a sheep. That you're going to go out there and you're going to be prepared, and you're going to acquire the level of training that you need to use these items. Get some knife training. Get some training with a flashlight so you know how to use it. Get some training with a pocket pistol. Why don't you go to the range and practice drawing from the pocket? It's not that easy, especially sitting down like I am right now. It's kind of hard to get this gun out of my pocket right now. Try drawing your pocket pistol when you're sitting down. It's not that easy to do. Practice that. Unloaded, of course. Make sure your pistol is not loaded. Use snap caps if you want to put something in your magazines so that you're not using live ammo. If you're carrying inside the waist, practice drawing from a sitting position. But as you can see, I can dress this way, I can conduct business, and I can be pretty well prepared. I can also carry my Car PM9 pistol in my pocket in a holster. And by the way, I promised that I would talk about the pocket holster that I'm using. This is the DeSantis Superfly. I like the DeSantis Superfly better. I like it better than the DeSantis Nemesis. I like the exterior of this holster. This is really, really sticky. I also like the fact that it's kind of reinforced here in the front. It lets the pistol slide in and out of it nicely. Okay, the pistol will slide in and out of here easily. It completely covers up the trigger guard, but if I've got to get the pistol out, I can get it out easily. This holster comes with a front panel. I take that off. I don't use the front panel. It attaches with Velcro right here. I don't use it. I just use it just like this, and I highly recommend the DeSantis Superfly. It's a good pocket holster, and it breaks up the outline of the gun just like it's supposed to. Hopefully this gives you something to think about carrying in your pocket. Typically what I do with my car keys, I've got a nice clip like this. It clips onto a belt loop. And so usually I have my car keys hanging from a belt loop, and my untucked shirt covers those up as well. I've made a lot of business calls this way, folks. I've made a lot of sales calls. I'm in business. I'm a salesperson. I've gone out and I've visited people in corporate environments. Nobody had a clue as to what I was carrying on me. You can do it. You have to make the commitment. Hopefully this has been useful for you. Once again, please check out my podcast. If you go to iTunes, it's Handgun World Podcast on iTunes. The website is handgunworld.com. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. And I'll be talking to you again soon.